Hi guys, welcome to Miscellaneous Pleasures. I was almost going to say welcome back to Miscellaneous Pleasures, but there is no way of coming back after watching my first video, which had very less noise and it was not particularly great. But anyways, the point is that I am going to do something interesting. I am going to rewatch, for now, season 1 of Arrow, but I I have finished the series. I have watched certain episodes more than once, and it's going to be interesting because I I have often wondered what would have happened if certain TV series had come out at certain points of time other than when they did come out. So, for instance, if Arrow had come out now, especially the way DC has been going, there has been a certain, shall we say, uh, how to say this, like there are people who think that DC might actually do well in this next decade than Marvel, because Marvel was fantastic in 2010 to 2020, and where they basically, even before that, when they started with Iron Man 1, 22 23 movies it was, and they did pretty well. And because they did pretty well and a certain formula worked, and DC's formula basically did not work with Suicide Squad and Justice League, where a lot of characters were new and not seen before, there were a lot of criticisms, and I do believe that DC has far better characters, far better material to work with, and it's going to be interesting. So as I was saying, if Arrow had come out now, let's say there's a new TV series called Arrow, played by Stephen played by Stephen Amell, um, you know, who was, I don't know at what age he was when he played it first season, may have been mid 20s, late 20s. So if that type of person plays it now, TV show Arrow, especially the way season 1 and season 2 do go for the series, I think it would have been a massive hit. I do think that Arrow still was a massive hit, but now it would have done far better with all these streaming platforms and this whole digital sort of thing. But previously it was more for a television sort of thing, and streaming hadn't started, at least not in India per se, in 2012. So I don't think it would have done much better now. And anyways, yeah, the fact is I haven't done any of this reaction things before. So before I go into a new TV series that I have not watched yet, I wanted to watch something that I do know very well, the characters I do know very well, and I can get myself used to doing this thing. So let's get going. I'm actually doing this not from the beginning, because I was actually doing a trial run where I did the first not 5 minutes, I did the first 2 minutes or something. Yeah, I did the first 2.5 minutes. And this suitcase, it's one of those, I don't know if you call it, you know what, that suitcase thing is such, I won't call it a plot hole, but after seeing this TV series for 8 seasons, you have to wonder all those flashback scenes. And he gets the suitcase in the first season, not the first season, but exactly 5 years ago when he meets Yao Fei. And you have to wonder where the suitcase goes at certain points of time, because we never see it in the flashback scenes, not that much at least. And yeah, so yeah, that's an interesting thing. I've always wondered. And when he goes to Russia, when he goes to Hong Kong, this is obviously sabotage. And there's something, yeah, now that I've watched season 7, see all 8 seasons of Arrow, this thing where, what's her name? Basically, the one that came in season 7 as the stepsister of Oliver. Whatever name was, basically she said towards the end of that season, there was a flashback scene where she basically knows that the Queen's Gambit is going to be sabotaged. So at that point of time, I was wondering how that would be, shown later in the series. And of course, all of season 8 went into this thing. What do you call it? The crisis. So yeah, that is one of those things, loose threads that has been left loose because of other commitments of the show, and yeah, it sucks because it was kind of interesting. I was wondering how the whole, Malcolm Merlin is a disciple of Ra's al Ghul, or not disciple, but student of Ra's al Ghul, and the whole league thing, and these were like the 9 or something, 9, not 9 or 7 or something, I forgot. So yeah, how that tied up, how did they even know that Malcolm and people basically sabotaged the thing. Yeah, so that's interesting, and that's something that we never know. We don't even know if they had any plans for it then. That's a spoiler. What? Who is dead? Fuck. Okay, wait. Oh shit. I've not even started the show and I know that some people are dead. It's actually a good thing now because I don't know who all are dead. So that, it's still a mystery at least. It's not like they've basically spoiled the show. Oh, the sass. I do have to be honest. I do like their, when I say there, I mean Oliver and Thea's, the whole brother sister thing. I think that is one of those relationships that has lasted from season 1 to season 8. Not season 8 because it's basically there for one episode, but yeah, season 1 till the end of the show, and that's good because a lot of these shows, it's all focused on the romantic partners and stuff, but what was I saying? Yeah, so the brother sister relationship, that's actually one of the better parts of the show, but there's not always, they don't always share the scenes together, just them, and I used to look forward to them being together. I did like that combo, I have to be honest. And we are going to see one of the best action sequences of the whole show. And when I say best, I don't mean like, your Daredevil sort of corridor fights or something like that. What I mean is, Oliver looks a bit, in this fight scene a bit, what do you say? What's the word I'm looking for? He looks really agile and like sharp. And obviously he was younger then, and basically was 7 years older in the last season, right? Or 8 years, depending on when they shot the episodes. 8 years older, so obviously he would have lost all those physical elements. But yeah, he looks a bit like sharp and agile, and yeah, basically I do like this fight scene that will come up now. And of course the most iconic catchphrases or most iconic phrases of the whole the whole comic book universe and TV series. You have failed the city. I just remembered Melissa, the person who plays Supergirl, imitating Oliver Queen in that. Elseworlds episode. That was funny. I absolutely love it. See, he's so quick, and I don't know, maybe the suit was a bit, making the actor slow in real life, but yeah, I mean, dude, his jumps will be so like yeah, he doesn't do stuff like this in season 6, 7, 8 or something. And if I'm not mistaken, most of these are done by the actor and not a stunt person. Oh, that guy had no idea who he was facing. Oh, the poor guy. I have a problem with this. I'm gonna tell you when I do watch it. He uses that arrow, the trick arrow, basically to take the money or to hack the money. I don't know what exactly he does. How does somebody not notice that there is an arrow there which is beeping? I mean, this happens at the night after like 10 PM. And if I'm not mistaken, when we do see that arrow, it's what, the next day, right? We have hours before. We have hours basically, and we don't even see that there's an arrow which is beeping or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, this is the scene I was talking about. He's so angry about $40 million. And there's an arrow which is beeping, right? Why did nobody do anything about the arrow? That's what I don't understand. Well, at least it should have been found out. I mean, even if the money had been taken, let's say, at 11 PM or something, it should have at least been found out the next day. Nobody ever finds it out. Or at least not in front of the camera anyways. So yeah, this is one of the most shocking things for me about when I was watching this for the first time. I was like, wow. So this is the end of the episode. And I have officially completed watching the first episode, and I have to see my reaction back to see how rubbish it was or how good it was. It depends on you people. If you do comment and like and stuff like that. So anyways, I do hope that you people comment basically on how the reaction was and what you thought of the first episode and what you thought of this idea itself, that somebody rewatching the show and talking about the things. I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of opinions on certain aspects of the show, and the comment section is a very good place to express those opinions, even though nobody might actually say it. Doesn't matter anyways, does it? Okay, thank you so much guys. It's been interesting, and I will be back with more reactions for various different TV shows, and I think I'll be back with a video with the schedule as to how things might go in the future. So shit. Yeah, so that's all. So thank you so much. Bye guys.